All right, welcome back. You just caught me dancing. Mike Eppel standing by. Good morning to you, Mike. How are you?
All right, thank you. How are you?
Good. I'm gonna true confession. I usually there's a monitor here and I can see myself. It's not on right now, so I was just doing my doop-a-doop-a-doop. I can't see myself. We're on TV right now, right? We're live.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
There we go. Very good.
Looking good.
Very good. Always nice. Let's start with the big news that broke yesterday. We kind of expected it at the tail end of our show here when it comes to our inflation rate. 18-year high. Is that number right? 18-year high?
That's right. Highest
Ooh.
since 2003. So prices, a basket of goods that Stats Canada tabulates showed a price increase of 4.1% from August of last year. Now, again, Melanie, you get into the dynamics of the inflation report right now and price pressures because you say to yourself, yeah, things have gotten more expensive. You can just feel it, right? Anytime you fill up the gas tank or go to the grocery store. Maybe not so much for clothing and items of that nature, but life feels more expensive. And then you get into the politics of it, which is a whole nother dynamic when you see a headline inflation rate of that much. But also, you'll have to look at the base effect. And now we're kind of getting into the weeds a little bit. I understand that from a mathematics standpoint. A year ago, gasoline was $1 per liter because, the economy was just, very slow because of all the pandemic lockdowns. This year, it's we've hit a record. $1.42, I think, was the peak here in the GTA just recently. So you're looking at a very skewed increase year over year. And look at what the airline industry has had to deal with. A year ago, they couldn't give away flights. Now there's actually demand. And guess what? Prices for airfares are up by 32%. Again, a year over year comparable. But there are true inflation signals here as well, Melanie. Housing costs sky high, right? To renovate, to do anything to your home to improve it, you're going to pay more. And just to buy a new home, which is also in the inflation gauge, new home prices, those have gone up substantially. And when we talk about the politics of it, well, then how do you bring home prices down? The supply side is just completely undersupplied right now. There are too many buyers, not enough homes for sale or being built for that matter. So you got to boost that. But that takes years to solve that problem. Same thing with monetary policy. Bank of Canada, they're not going to do anything now with interest rates because Alberta's back in lockdown, for goodness sakes. So they're off. They're just over here. And typically, when inflation is starting to climb, you'd have Bank of Canada or central bank intervention to some extent, maybe raising interest rates. That's not going to happen. So price pressures are here, and we're just going to have to deal with it, unfortunately, for the foreseeable future.
Indeed, and also something you're watching, car and truck shortage. This is is it mostly in part due to the hurricanes that we're seeing?
Well, no, this is in addition to, because the computer chip shortage, of course, and the supply of new vehicles coming off assembly lines, that was way down. Dealership lots are in some cases empty, and now you've got hurricane damage, flooding. We saw just the past couple of weeks, flooding in Louisiana, flooding in New Jersey. A lot of cars were destroyed. An estimated 20,000 vehicles have now sustained flood damage just from these past two storms. Guess what? Those will probably have to be replaced. That just raises, again, the demand metrics for the car and truck industry. So, car and truck prices were way up in the inflation report. And it's not just here, by the way, Melanie. It's in the U.S. too. It's globally. And prices are up for so many things because of the supply chain. Production is down. The economy is reopening. So, this is just one sector after another where prices are up substantially on a year-over-year comparison. And if you're in the market for a used car, good luck finding one of those too.
This is called the very optimistic business report. Yeah,
no, it's a reality check.
I'd
call it for
100%.
Yeah, how about that?
All right, Mike. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
6:19 is what we're sitting at right now. Coming up next, in the wake of new sexual assault allegations, students at Western University speaking out about what they call a culture of misogyny. We're going to bring that story to you coming next.